Hi, everyone. My name is Kathy Mamolen, and I'm a psychic medium. Welcome to your Love Pick-a-Cards. If you are looking for sparks flying, kind of love tonight, shooting stars, kind of love tonight, then this is your pick-a-card. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hold up some seashells so that you can pick from group A, B, or C. So this is group A. Okay, so it's this little white seashell. Okay, so if you feel drawn to that, I want you to pick group A. Okay, so that's group A. Here is group B. Okay, it's kind of a corkscrew seashell. So that is group B. So if you feel more drawn to that, then that will be your reading tonight. And then the last one is group C. So if you feel drawn to group C, I know it's hard. It's a hard choice because you're looking for the sparks. You got to pick which pile's going to have the sparks. So what I did earlier is I selected from 6 decks, 2 tarot decks and 4 oracle decks. And I did put all of the decks down in the description. So if you love any of the decks that I used tonight, they will be listed in the description below. So we're going to start with group A. Are you ready? So we're going to start with group A. So this is our chance to see if love is coming, to see what's going to happen in our love life. And we're going to let Spirit send us some messages. So here we go. So group A, everybody come forward. This is your love reading. Okay, so I'm going to start with some tarot cards. I love these cards. This is my ViceVersa deck. And this is one of the few decks that has images on both sides of the tarot cards. So the card is actually the sun, but the card is coming in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. I also have the 5 of Wands. And I have the 8 of Wands, but I have the 8 of Wands in reverse. So the first thing that's jumping out at me in the tarot cards is certainly the sense of I have to overcome the storm is how it's coming into me. So this is about a past relationship. Okay, I'm assuming if you're in this room, you're single, you're divorced, you're widowed, you're wanting to change partners, male or female, the reading, it doesn't matter. But it's coming into me as I really got struck by lightning the last time. Okay, I really had this sense of things just came flying at me. You know, it was a whirlwind, either breakup, divorce. It wasn't good. It was kind of ugly, actually. So I've got this, you know, just kind of lightning bolt, and it just doesn't look like a nice night, right? So I'm not really happy with that. I have this sense of, and it could be years ago. This could be an old divorce. This could be, you know, a relationship that you had 10 years ago and you haven't even seen that person in 10 years, but you still have that painful feeling of how hurtful it was to break your heart. Okay. The next thing that happened is my 5 of Wands. So I do have this sense that you're willing to, it was a battle. I'm going to say it was a battle. You were defending yourself. You fought for what was right. And at some point you decided that, you know what, this relationship isn't working, whether they decided it was over or you decided it was over, but it wasn't working, right? My sun is typically a really exciting, fun, new beginning card, but that's not how my tarot cards are coming in. I have my sun in reverse. So once I got over this shock of like, what just happened in my life? Are you kidding me? I was able to take some time. Okay, I'm taking some time. I'm taking some quiet time. I'm pulling my thoughts back together. I'm becoming normal again, I guess, is how it's coming into me. So my tarot cards right out of the gate is I have to address the hurt. I have to address the old hurt. The old hurt is there. And in order for me to bring in the new love, I either have to continue to heal, or I have to, let it go. Let it go. You know what's interesting is what jumped out at me is I have this little flying angel horse. And when I said let it go, it was the sense of wings. And then I looked down at the card and I saw this little angel horse kind of protecting me and hanging over me. And so I love that. As I move into another deck, I love this deck. I love this deck. I think this is my new favorite deck. It's the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So I have the I got to put it so it doesn't sparkle. I have the Four of Wands. And look at how happy she is. Oh my God, she's the Four of Wands. Look at the arch around her and the light shining over her. And she's in the arms of this man. It's just gorgeous. So that's encouraging. Like, who's this man? Like, hello. All right. I have a new beginning card. I have my star. So I feel really good about myself. I'm recovering from the storm that I was in. I'm recovering from my divorce. I'm recovering from my breakup. I have actually hope that there could be a new beginning starting to happen. The spark, I want the sparks to fly, right? I need the spark. The spark starts within me. And I have a death card. So it tells me that there's still something inside of me that hasn't quite healed. And I really need to put it to rest. Okay. I'm either still thinking about that man. I'm still thinking about those years that I was with that person. If it was a death, a real, somebody passed away, then that's something that you're still grieving. Okay. But if it was just a breakup, that can act like a grief also. And you are still having to heal. There's still a part of you that's saying to me that I need to heal. Okay. So that I do have that. So I kind of feel like there's two parts of you. I just looked at the star and I was like, wait a minute. You know what? You want to heal. You want to put it to rest, and you're trying really hard. You're trying to move on with your life. And then the real you is saying, I want the spark. I want to start over. I want somebody new to come into my life. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. That's what you really want, because I am feeling that. This is for my group A, for everybody who picked group A. So we're working on that inner spark, right? We're working on bringing that inner spark into our life again. You hit a rock bottom. I'm going to say it. When this happened, you hit a rock bottom. It was bad. It really was bad. Okay. It was hurtful. It was painful. It was emotional. It was, I wouldn't wish it on anybody to go through it again. Okay. So that rock bottom feeling is still kind of in the back of your mind. All right. Like, I don't want to go there again. And you may be actually afraid to start over because you're thinking that you may hit that bottom again. What if it doesn't work? What if it's not the right guy? What if? Mm-hmm. They're sharing with me that they want you to ride the wave. Okay. Just this sense of trusting. Okay. Just this sense of when this person is coming into your life, if he's on his way, because I do have my spark. Okay, I have my spark of energy and I know he's coming. So when he comes in, it's the sense of just go with the flow. Go with the flow, ride the wave, don't fight it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid that you're going to hit that rock bottom again. Okay? I promise you won't. Okay? That's not how God works. God wants us to be happy and joyful. He doesn't want to keep giving us relationships that are going to hurt us. Okay? There does come a day that you actually have a relationship that is loving and kind and wonderful. Okay, so he's reminding us to let go of some of those feelings and ride the wave. Ride the wave. Okay, we're opening up our heart. We're trying to open up our heart so that we can attract this person to us if we haven't met him yet. Okay, because when our heart is closed and we're upset and we're hurting, it's very hard for us to have that aura about us, that energy about us that says, I'm available, I'm open, I'm ready for love. When I see you, I'm going to have sparks in my eyes. We're going to light fire, firecrackers are going to go off feeling. Another card that's reminding me that you're still healing. Okay, so my group A, you have some healing to do. Okay, the healing is just a process for you to be able to move forward. Okay, so we have a little bit of healing to do. Isn't she beautiful? So I'm going to ask about this man coming in. The one thing that's jumping out at me, I always go more, everybody says, yes, things come into me, he's tall, dark, and handsome, or, about his age, or I'll come in as a psychic medium and I'll know that he's definitely a contractor. Actually, he's a plumber, something like that. But I usually get feelings about their personality first. And it's coming into me as this man that's coming into your life is very generous. And that's how you're going to know that this could be the one. Okay. I remember when I met my husband, I kept saying he's such a kind man. He was so kind and so calming compared to me. And that was the key, was the kindness. Okay. So this man is very generous. He's either very generous with his time. He's very generous with his attentiveness to you. He's very generous with his finances. Maybe he would never let you pick up the tab. My kind of guy. So he's very generous. So there's almost like this little light bulb that goes off in your mind that says, you know what? I've never been with a man that insists that he pay for everything. And not that it has to be that way. It's just nice. I'll admit it. Maybe I'm old school. But, I never picked up a tab for any of my dates, So he's very generous. And that's how you're going to know that this man is the right man for you. So keep that in mind. It's more of a characteristic. It's more of a quality in that person that you're going to feel that you might say, you know what, this may be the one. Because every time we go out, he's so generous, and he's so generous of his time. He goes out of his way to make sure that he does things for me, or he knows that I'm on the way. I'm heading home from work, and he stops and he gets me, he stops and gets me a cup of coffee because he knows I like to drink a cup of coffee after work. Just very generous in all of his actions. So keep that in mind. I think that that's the man that's on his way. They're sharing with me, these are my fairy cards. They're sharing with me that you're ready to embark on an incredible journey. Look at the little fairy with the big bunny. Isn't that cute? So you're ready to embark on this amazing journey. And they're sharing with me that it's an impromptu journey. It's a, kind of this magical moment feeling that, you know, spur of the moment is probably the best way to say it. That this man is very much like, hey, you know, let's just go do something. And you're like, really? Okay. So it's not a formal, you know, if you're waiting for somebody to knock on your door with flowers and a 3-piece suit to take you out to a 5-course meal, that is not the person who's coming into your life. Okay. The person who's coming into your life is very generous, very open to spontaneity. He's going to say, you know, hey, you know what? I want to go see the street fair. Let's go take a walk down there. You want to go for a walk in the park? Or, you know, I got to go to Walmart. Do you want to go to Walmart with me? And all of a sudden, Walmart becomes a date. You know, like, that was really fun. We walked around Walmart and, you know, then we had a cup of coffee at Starbucks afterwards, you know, like just normal everyday stuff. Certainly, most of you, if you have ever been in a long-term relationship before, and this might be your second relationship, you know, that's like a very normal thing. Okay. So enjoy the journey. If the journey is that he's just picking you up because you have to run some errands, I would go for it, because it could be really fun with the right person. Okay. With the right person, going shopping at Walmart, it can be a lot of fun. Okay. So I want you to be very open to the journey. I want you to be very fairy-like and, you know, trust that the fairies have your back and that they're sharing with you that you're going to have a ball, you know, that this is going to be fun, because this man does things spontaneously. Okay. Which is a lot of fun. I love that. Who is this man? They're going to ask you to walk through a magical gateway with this person. And you're going to be scared because you have been hurt. You've been hurt, right? And you're still afraid. And they're going to say, I want you to walk through this gate and I want you to trust. I want you to trust me. I want you to trust this man. Okay? He's not here to hurt you. And you're going to have to think about it. You're going to have to say, you know, can I get the thoughts out of my head that, is this man going to hurt me? Is this forever? Is this my future? Am I going to marry this person? Okay. Those things will happen in time. They unfold naturally as they're supposed to in the moment in time, in God's timing. But what they're going to ask you to do is to walk through this magical gate as a beginning with this person that's spontaneous and generous. I'm going to say, you know what? I don't care what he looks like. If he's generous and spontaneous, I think he's a catch. Just kidding. Just kidding. He has to be cute. Walk through the magical gateway. Don't be afraid. Okay? I do feel that. I feel that with all my heart. Trust your intuition. Look at these beautiful cards. These are my vintage wisdom. I mean, vintage wisdom. I mean, who doesn't need vintage wisdom when you're dating? I need the whole deck. Vintage wisdom tells me trust your intuition. Okay, you've been here before. Okay, you may have fallen in love in the past. I'm assuming you did. Whoever you fell in love with in the past broke your heart. Okay, or we wouldn't be talking right now. Right? But you've had time to think about it. You've had time to think about your starting over. You've had time to think about it. And they're sharing with me that you're going to have this happy, 4 of Wands is my celebration cards. 4 of Wands is my happy home card, like marriage card. Okay. But to get to that, they're saying, you know, you have to trust your own instincts. You have to trust your own intuition that this feels good. I like being with this person. He's generous. He's kind. He's good to me. He gives me his attention. And I just love that. Okay. And the last message they're sharing with you, my singles in group A, is have some faith. Okay? Have faith that God does not want you to be alone. That everybody has someone that is meant to be with someone, right? What's that saying? The kettle and the pot and the kettle and the lid. What's that? There's, that there's somebody for everybody is what I'm trying to say. But have some faith, okay? Have some faith that the men that are coming into your life that want to get to know you could be God sent. Give them a chance. Don't just sum them up and say, you don't check all the boxes. Nope, this isn't going to work. You're not checking off the boxes because maybe that person doesn't exist. So have some faith that God is going to send you exactly who is supposed to be in your life that's actually perfect for you. Look for the man that's generous. Look for the man that is spontaneous, right? I loved that. I loved that sense of we're off on an incredible journey, right? You're going to continue to heal. One of the messages I felt was, I don't want you to think that you're going to hit that rock bottom again. Just because you had a relationship that didn't last or ended for different reasons doesn't mean that this one isn't going to be amazing. I have my 4 of Wands, so I believe that it's coming. So my group A, I feel really, really hopeful. I feel really excited about you guys. I'm excited. I want Mr. Generous. I definitely want Mr. Generous. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and I'm going to see what group B's love reading is tonight. So if you picked this, I wish I knew what kind of shell this is. I have no idea. Some kind of spirally thing. I have a big jar of shells. I'm like, oh, these will work. All right. So there's my shell. So this is my group B. So let's see what group B has to say. Let's see what messages we have for group B. So I'm using this. I have 6 decks, 2 tarot decks, and I have 2 tarot decks and 4 oracle decks, and I did put the links, not the links, but I put the names of the decks in the description. So if you wanted to look up any of it's a unicorn shell. Thank you. A unicorn shell. Awesome. Okay, so let's start with our tarot. This is for group B. This is your love reading to see if we've got sparks flying and shooting stars. That's I want to see if we got sparks happening. All right, so let's see. All right, so this is my my Queen of Cups. This is my Queen of Cups, but she came into me in reverse. I have my 2 of Swords also in reverse. And I have my 3 of Pentacles. I have my 3 of Pentacles. So I have to tell you that you're spending a lot of your 3 cups. So you're emotionally drained is how it's coming into me. Okay. You're not emotionally complete. Okay. You'd prefer to be alone. Okay. You've gotten yourself to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm happy alone. I'm just fine. Leave me alone, actually. So you'd be between the 2 of Swords and the Queen of Cups, basically you're willing to turn your back on a lot of options. There could have been a lot of men that have knocked on your door, so to speak, over the last few years, and you kind of pushed them away. So emotionally, you either weren't ready for it or you weren't welcoming it. Okay. And if you're not welcoming love, it's like a big block. Okay. It's a big, invisible shield that you're putting around you that men go, oh, she's not interested. I'm not even going to go there. She's giving me the vibe. She's giving me the vibe that I don't want to do this. So, you know, you're turning your back either on the options, or you just don't want to open yourself up to being hurt. And that could be the case, okay? But you have to open yourself up emotionally to attract that energy to you. The Three of Pentacles, it's interesting how it's coming into me, because the Three of Pentacles is my my kind of working card, you know, teamwork. And when I looked at it, I asked Spirit, I don't get it. Like, why do I have the Three of Pentacles? And Spirit said, because you got to work as a team. Okay. You know, we've got to work with you. You know, Spirit and Universe is saying to you that, you know, we're here to help you. We've got your back. We're your team members. That we're not going to let you be, if you're afraid to be hurt, we're not going to let you be hurt. Okay. If you're afraid to open up yourself and be vulnerable, we're going to protect you. Okay. So Spirit in the Universe is saying, hey, we're your team. We're not going to let you fall. So I don't think I've ever quite interpreted the Three of Pentacles that way. And it's actually a beautiful message. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see what your other cards are telling me. Oh, this is cute. I've got the Nine of Cups, but I think I see shooting stars. Do you see shooting stars in that card? I think I see shooting stars. So this rainbow just kind of appearing with this sense of, I want all my cups to be filled, right? I want all areas of my life. I want, you know, everybody wants that happily ever after, right? And that's kind of what this card looks like. It's kind of like, I just went to Disney, you know, like shooting stars and rainbows and fill my cups and, you know, sparkles. So yeah, you can have all of those things. You absolutely can have all of those things. That's what God wants for you. So shooting stars are on its way, is what this card is telling me. It's telling me that you're an empress. Look how gorgeous she is. An empress, that you love loving, that you love to love others, that you love children, you love nature, you love to be in love. Okay. So don't turn your back. Don't turn your back on your own emotions, because the real you is an empress. The real you is an empress. The real you can't get your arms around enough love. Okay, that you are just a giving, loving, caring person. And the only thing that you really want in your heart is to give that to someone else. Of course, it's nice to get it back. But if you're giving it, usually you're getting it back. So I do feel that. I have the Tower card as a tarot card. And it went right into, but what if I get hurt again? It's like a repeat. I feel like I'm on a repeat record. Okay. That, you know, I have a relationship, I get hurt, I get my hopes up, the relationship ends, things blow up, and then I'm back to square one again. Okay. So all I can think about is the blow up. I can't think about, for some reason, I can't get my head around that this is really what's going to happen. Okay. I can't get my head around my cups being filled and me feeling this abundance of love. So your world is not going to blow up. Okay. There is going to be a day that a man comes into your life that your world does not blow up. Okay. Not all men are out to hurt you. If you were hurt by someone else in the past, men or women, whatever relationship you're looking for, if you were hurt by someone in the past, it doesn't mean that the next person is out to hurt you. That person hurt you. The next person may love you immensely, and you may have this amazing gift in a relationship with that person. Between the Tower and my storm, I got a storm coming. These are fears. This is fear based. This is you saying, I would rather be alone. I would rather be alone because I won't get hurt, right? When I'm alone, I won't get hurt. Piece of cake. It's not making you happy. It's not making you happy because the bottom line is inside of you, you don't want to be alone. You're afraid to be alone. So you're created this fake storm. That's how it just came into me. Sorry. This is like a fake storm in your head. This is not happening. It's not real. It's fairy tale land. Okay. This is the what if card. What if I put all kinds of time and energy into this person and it doesn't work out? What if it does? What if you fall in love with them and you're really happy and you create a new life? You put your Christmas tree up with them. You're like, what if? This is fear. This is you fear of trying again. This is fear of you being hurt again. So we need to get rid of this one. They're sharing with me that you're having a hard time. Okay, that's my group B. You're having a hard time trying again, I guess, starting again. You don't know where to start, just came into me. So I have this beautiful fairy card, and she's some kind of snail, snail fairy. Here she is. And it says slow and steady. Okay. So you meet a man, you meet somebody that actually is interested in you, and you are brave enough to not turn your back on them, but to face them and to be a queen, filled with emotion and love. And you start to talk and things start to happen, and you just have it in your head that you're going to go slow. You're going to go, take it at its own pace. That's okay. That's kind of smart, actually. So they're just reminding you go at whatever pace that you want to go in. Okay. If it helps you to get rid of this fear, then you go at whatever pace you need to go at. It depends on, everybody has different levels of hurt and having been hurt in the past. So they're saying, just take it slow. Don't worry about it. I'd rather you take it slow than not start at all. The man that's coming into your life has the potential for my 9 of Cups, that I'm going to have sparks. Look at the sparks. I mean, I think those are actually shooting stars. Those are my shooting stars. And you have the potential. They're saying you have the potential. You have the potential to have an amazing relationship. That maybe you'll become the best you because of the relationship. Maybe you just met your best friend. Maybe this man coming into your life makes you feel complete. maybe this man coming into your life makes you feel like, that you'll never be alone. And they're sharing with me that this potential is coming. The man that you're going to meet is a great communicator. How it's coming into me is he almost has to talk you into the relationship. I love that, because he's like talking you off a cliff. You got this thing like your world's going to blow up and you're on the top of this tower being struck by lightning, and he's going, will you relax? I like this guy. Will you relax? Let's take it slow. This man talks to you. He will continue to talk to you before he expects anything else. That's how you know when you are in the best relationship, is when you just want to talk and talk and talk. And you have all those hours of pillow talk at night and can't get off the phone. And you're like 3 o'clock in the morning, you're talking like teenagers. That's when you know that you've got something fun and good. So I want you to look for the person in your life that is holding your attention, that the conversation is effortless. He makes you laugh. He listens, but the communication is so awesome. Most men aren't good communicators, but the one you're going to be with is a good communicator. So I want you to look for this guy. But it was funny how it came in. It was almost this sense, my group B, almost this sense of he knows better than you do as to what, my hands are tingling. This is definitely a message. He knows better than you do as to that this could be really good. Okay, maybe you're like, I don't know. And, maybe you're friends now and he wants to take it to the next level. And you're like, but what if it hurts our friendship? I wouldn't want that to happen. And he's like, what are you talking about? So he's very good at just calming you down, pulling you off that cliff, telling you that your tower is not going to be hit by lightning, telling you that you're gonna survive the storm. So I love this man for that reason. I love this man for his communication skills. So that's the man that we're going to be looking for. Okay. When this man comes into our life, if he hasn't come into our life already, you are going to play. Your inner child is going to come out. Your inner child is saying, I just want to have fun. And this man is fun. Okay. This man wants to do fun things. Okay. I don't know what would be fun for you, but things that maybe you wouldn't normally do. Okay. If you don't normally go to, I don't know why I'm using an amusement park as you couldn't pay me to go on a roller coaster, but if I was into that kind of thing and he knew I was into that kind of thing, he'd be like, come on, we're going this weekend to, X amusement park and we're going to get on the roller coaster and it's going to be a blast. And it is. So it's this sense of, tapping into your inner child, and this inner child has been asleep. This inner child has been alone. This inner child has been turning her back on emotion for so long that she doesn't remember what it's like to have fun. When was the last time you had fun? And all of a sudden you're having all this fun with this man. And I just heard you say, it's too good to be true. So when you start to say to yourself, it's too good to be true, that's when you know this is the man you're supposed to be with. Because it's fun. He's easy to talk to. You love being with him. He's somehow able to calm you down. And your inner child is at play. I love that. I love that feeling. If he hasn't come into your life yet, they're sharing with me that we need to manifest him. We need to attract him into our life. Okay. And here's this, look at this beautiful fairy. Isn't she gorgeous? You know, between you and me, I'd actually like to get dressed up in this little costume and like walk around one day. Look at how pretty she looks. And she's got her magic wand. And she's waving her magic wand and she's manifesting. Make a wish list. Write it down. This is who I want to come into my life. I'm ready to receive them. When I can guarantee you, when you stop turning your back on being open to receiving and starting a new relationship, when you start to become the queen and not keep your back turned, you're going to open yourself in that energy to male energy, and the male energy is going to say, "Ooh, who's that? She's single? what's her deal? I want her number." Okay? So, it's all about attracting the energy to us. It's all about being open to, I'm available. And because guess what? The person who's looking for you, my really good communicator who's ready to have a lot of fun, he's looking for you. And God is just trying to put you together. So he's coming. So manifest him. Ask for what you want. It's okay. You can literally say, hey, universe, I really like somebody to come into my life. I'm ready. And lo and behold, all of a sudden you start meeting all these people. I get asked this a lot. When is this happening? It's happening in divine timing. It's always in God's timing and not ours. Always. The hard part is waiting. So we have to learn to trust, and we have to learn to know that God has something amazing for us when it does come. So patience, in the sense of, I know that God's going to bring this person to me. And in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy my life. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to be happy with my family and friends. And I know that this person is coming to me in God's time. Because he is coming. I do feel that way. And they're sharing with me that once he does come, you are going to be on an incredible adventure. Incredible. This man, Group B, is there's this sense of, I do feel this sense of travel with this man, whether he is just into traveling, that sense of inner child, I want to play, but it was more like adventure travel. Like, he'd be the person who says, like, I've never been on a safari. I want to go on a safari. I'd be like, what? Aren't there bugs there? But I want you to be open to the adventure that this man offers you, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And the only way that we can get there is if I get you to not guard yourself emotionally, not turn your back on the opportunities that are being presented to you. Because at the end of the day, what he really wants for you is to be this loving, nurturing, beautiful empress, caring for yourself and caring for others. So he is coming, Group B. You have some work to do. I hope you enjoyed your love reading. And I hope that that shooting star comes true for you. That was awesome. So this is for my Group C. If you picked this shell, this is my Group C. All right, so let's see what's going on with my Group C. We're going to start with your tarot cards. And I have I have the Nine of Cups. Whoops. I have the Nine of Cups. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. I have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse is what that is. I'm not used to these double-sided cards. It's taking me a minute to figure out which card, what happened. In reverse. That's the reverse. Okay. And I have the Ten of Wands. I also have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Ten of Wands in reverse. So the first thing that's happening to me is you know, wanting to, you have a Ten of Wands would be that you have a burden on your back. You have a burden on your back, but you're willing to move forward. You actually are okay. You're saying, you know what, I'm over it. You know what? It was hard. I might have debt from it. I might have scars and baggage that I'm still carrying, but I am moving forward. I'm willing to kind of just pick up the pieces and move forward. I will tell you that. Okay. I do have some, that I was struck again. I was struck and I'm hurt. But I can see that my cups, I'm not worried about my materialistic things right now. Okay. I've got everything that I need. My cups are pretty full. I feel pretty secure. So good for you. My group C, you kind of have pulled yourself together. So whatever the hurt was, the last relationship, you've recovered. Maybe you've been on your own for a while. Maybe you feel really independent. Maybe you feel like you're really secure, that, what, I'm okay. I live alone. I take care of myself. I have my family and friends, and I'm doing really well. Okay. The only thing that maybe I'm missing in my life is a relationship, and I've been waiting for somebody, but nobody has come that I'm really interested in. So it's that kind of a feeling. So my group C, you guys are actually a lot more secure and independent than my earlier groups. I have the Eight of Cups. I have the Lovers card. And I have the Devil. I will tell you that there's been, it feels like something just happened recently. Not like, all right, if you had a long-term relationship, like a marriage, but then maybe you had a second relationship that didn't last as long, and you got out of it very quickly. I feel like that was my devil person. That was my, I shouldn't even have been with that guy. It was kind of a mistake. Maybe it was a rebound, something like that. I feel like that was my devil person. And I kind of have this like, oh God, I don't want to have another one of those short-term, not very successful relationships. So I'd rather stay single and just be independent and kind of do my own thing. But the cards are telling me that there's a doorway opening, that universe has more in store for you. Okay, that the doors and the literally it feels like the heavens are opening. Look at that card. It feels like, I feel like the heavens are opening, like the grass is greener, the sky's bluer. My group C, I think you're going to fall in love. It's all those types of feelings, that there's a lover coming into my life with this tarot card. So it's more just a fear of picking a jerk. I'm going to say, whoever this was, this temporary, it could have been somebody you just dated a few times. But, maybe you did online dating and you had a couple of losers. Maybe that's the feeling of, that I don't want that guy. Okay. I don't want that guy. But that's not what the universe is sharing with me. The universe is sharing like the gates are opening. Like, here's the gates. Wow. I want the gates to open. I want the gates to open. This ties into my devil also. You know, it's into the unknown. Look at her. She's blindfolded. She's got her arms up. She's kind of like, you know, hesitant, you know. It would be, you know, when spirit shares with me when I'm on the phone with somebody single, they don't talk about online dating. They don't know what online dating is. So it always comes into me as they will meet that person electronically. It's how they share it with me. And that I always know when it comes in, I kind of chuckle to myself and I thank them for the message. But it's that sense, like, this is my online dating person, right? This is my, you know, like, I'm just meeting crazy people. I met my husband online and we fell in love, and I, you know, happily ever after. So I was one of the lucky ones. I actually met my husband online dating. So, but this is the fear of, I'm going to meet these guys. I'm going to meet these guys over and over again. So I'm, you know, I'm really hesitant. I'm really hesitant to date. I'm really happy. You know, I can take care of myself. I'm secure. My cups are filled. I don't need a man. This is my single woman who says, I don't need a man. Okay. You don't need a man. You're right. But wouldn't it be nice to have somebody to share your life with? Okay. You know, needing someone and sharing your life with someone is two different things. Okay. So they're saying to me the sense of a balancing act for you guys, because take it a little bit at a time, I guess. All right. So you're treading water. You're putting your toe in the lake. It's cold. You don't want to go in. You're not going to just dive in. You're just putting your toe in the lake. So you're testing the waters. All right. You're willing to go back out there again, is how it's coming into me. You're saying, you know what? I really need to give it one more try. So I'm going to give it a fair try. I'm not going to judge people. You know, it's all that feeling of balance. I'm not going to judge them until I really get to know them. I'm not going to, or prejudge them. All of those types of feelings. Okay. So it's going to be a balancing act for you to incorporate being on the dating scene again and to bring this person into your life. Okay. So be aware of that, but it's okay. You can do it. You can do it. It's going to be tough, but you can do it. They're sharing with me that it's all in, again, matter of timing. Okay. This came into me, though, as the right place at the right time. Okay. This is almost a serendipity meeting, you know, that had I not gone to that business lunch, I wouldn't have met him. Okay. Had I not gone on that conference, I wouldn't have met him. Had I not started that new job where he was working and I started a new job, we met at work. Not that you should be dating somebody at work, but it's that serendipity kind of feeling that at the right time, at the right place, that God puts you together. So always in God's timing. But in this case, it's more of this sense of crazy coincidence, you know, crazy, you know, just serendipity, you know, just an unbelievable coincidence of events in how we met. And that's kind of part of your story down the road, that's the story that you'll tell. And people say, you know, how did you guys meet? And you're like, oh, you wouldn't believe this, you know, and it's just a great story. It's that kind of crazy timing that I'll give you a story real quick. I know you guys like my stories. I had a woman say, is my daughter ever going to get married? And I said, yeah, she's going to meet a man in New York City. She goes, Kathy, my daughter never goes to New York City. She's nowhere near New York City. I said, okay. I said she's going to meet a man in New York City and she's going to get married to him like the following March or something. July, actually the following July. Remember, because it was a July wedding. And she calls me and she says, Kathy, you're not going to believe this. My daughter was on a business trip and had to be in New York City and had a layover at the train station in New York City and met this man on the train platform, and they started talking and they exchanged numbers, and they're getting married in July. My hands just tingled. I forgot about that story. But they were both at the right time at the right place. They had flown in from somewhere else. They were taking a train, you know, in New York City. The chances of them meeting in New York City on a train platform, falling in love, exchanging numbers so that they could continue to talk and get to know each other, and then eventually falling in love to the point where they are actually married today, that is beyond coincidence. That is God's timing. So it's that kind of feeling. So I want you to keep your eyes and ears open for something to, you know, that happens like that in your life. You're going to know when this is the right man because you're going to feel at home with him. You're going to feel comfortable with him. You're going to feel just able, you know, you can sit in the same room with each other and you don't even have to talk to each other. And it's just comforting to know that they're there. You just, everything about it, you feel like you're yourself. You know, if you want to walk around in your underwear, you know, you don't feel uncomfortable. It's that feeling of just being at home with him. Very compatible. So that's how you're going to know that this man is somebody that you're probably going to stay with, because it's just the level of comfort, I guess. You know, very compatible, very comfortable. You just, you know, I can't describe it any other way. You feel at home with him. So I need you to believe in the magic. I need you to get rid of this thought of there's only weirdos out there. You know, if you've met a couple of weirdos, I get it. You know, I think we all get our fair share of weirdos. I need you to go back to believing in the magic. I need you to go back to, look at this beautiful fairy. I actually like just the color, the purples and the greens. Isn't she pretty? Look at everything that's going on around you. Okay, when you are with this man and you feel at home, and just look at just how easy things are and how things unfold and how your two worlds start to come together. And possibly, I'm assuming this isn't a one person, this isn't your first relationship. So, you know, you may have extended family, you may have children, you may have, you know, your two worlds need to come together, and it takes time for that. But I want you to look at the fun in that and how little things, you know, over a period of time, that it's magical how those two worlds start to come together. And it can be really fun. It can be really exciting, you know, meeting his family and going to each other's homes for the holidays, and everything is a first, right? You know, going into the, you know, it's the first Thanksgiving, it's the first Christmas, it's our first New Year's together, you know, all those firsts. So believe in the magic. I need you to, I need you to hold on to that and think about the magical moments that are about to happen. Time is precious. Time is precious. The sense of, I don't want to waste my time, because you're independent. You like being alone. you're okay. You know, you're supporting yourself. You've created a world for yourself, you know, and you know, you're like, I don't know if I like my world so much, I don't want to rock the boat, and, you know, create a whole nother new world. But time is precious, depending on how old you are. Okay. You don't want to not be with this person because you're afraid that your world is going to change. Your world is absolutely going to change. Okay. But how many chances are you going to have? How many opportunities are you going to have? Depending on how old you are, right? So time is precious. So when you meet the right person, don't let him get away because you're stubborn. Don't let him get away because you don't want to interrupt your routine. Okay? Don't let him get away because you don't want to change. Because what if this next phase of your life with this new person is so much better? What if it's where God wants you to be? Where's my gate? What if it's walking, you know, I mean, come on. What if it's walking through this beautiful garden and it's much better than where you are, but you're not going to know because you're afraid to make a change. So keep in mind that time is precious for you. Yes, you're independent. Yes, I'm proud of you. Yes, you pay your bills. Yes, you support yourself. Yes, you're emotionally stable. I'm really proud of you, my group C. But the only thing we have is time. So I want you to really, that's a really good message. You have a choice. You are going to be given a choice. You are going, in this group particular, you are going to be given a choice of, do I want to change my life to be with another person? And you may only get one more chance. You may only get, you know, this chance, and this person certainly will go away. Maybe somebody else will come along. But you may have to make a choice, and it's going to be a really hard choice. But God's going to give you the answers. You're going to feel it in your heart that this man that creates these, this sense of feeling at home with him, okay? This man that, you know, I just feel this incredible sense of, I don't know, serendipity that he's in my life. I'm going to choose to see where it goes. I'm not going to worry about that he's going to hurt me. Okay. And I'm going to see where it goes. I'm going to really take a leap of faith and make a choice to be in this relationship and to start this relationship when it comes my way. I love that. These are my vintage wisdom oracle deck. So these are very wise old words, just like me. And then I want you to trust. Oh, look at this man. He's like a, I don't know, he's got butterfly wings. He's a deer. He's got like butterfly wings, I guess. I want you to trust. Trust yourself. You've gotten this far, right? You've gotten this far. You've done a really great job. Okay? Trust your intuition. Trust your feelings. Trust that you know what's best for you. And when this man comes into your life and you start to feel the sparks flying and you're like, are you kidding me? I think I'm in love. I want you to make the right choice. I want you to make the right choice. And I want you to trust yourself. Because I think you're going to have an amazing, amazing love affair. I think you're going to have an amazing love affair. As you had the Lover's card earlier. How gorgeous that is. Absolutely gorgeous. So just because you're independent doesn't mean that love isn't coming. It just means that you're in a better place and a wiser place to make a very good decision about the rest of your life. You're in a good position financially or emotionally, spiritually, to have a real relationship and really enjoy it. So I want that for all of you. I think that my Group C is going to have an amazing time. And I'm going to leave you with one thought. I want you to believe in the magic. I want you to believe in the magic. That you can fall in love again. And that you can share your life with someone. And it can be amazing. So I hope you guys all enjoyed your pick a card love readings tonight. I hope you all find sparks in your day. I hope you have shooting stars when you meet these people. I want to thank you. My name's Kathy Mamolen. I am a psychic medium. Please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. I would love it if you followed my channel. And thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Bye.